You're not exactly, you're not all of a sudden the head cheerleader.
Hi Dance Magazine readers, welcome back to Dance Magazine's YouTube channel. My name is Haley Hilton and this is the Begin Again vlog, where I am chronicling my return to the dance industry after 9 years off with a chronic health condition. Today we are talking about acting class. So we all know that a huge part of dancing is expressing and storytelling and acting, but a lot of dancers don't have experience in an acting class. I know that I didn't growing up necessarily. I mean, I've done like school plays, but I hadn't taken acting classes until college. And it's really important. So I recently wrote a piece for Dance Magazine where I interviewed Mandy Moore and Marguerite Derricks and Chloe Arnold, and all three of them emphasized the importance of dancers getting into an acting class. So while I was sick and I couldn't dance, towards the end of my illness, I started taking acting classes. I took some while I was in college at BYU, and then in 2019, I started taking classes at the Freeman Studio, and I loved it. It was like the best experience. I couldn't dance, but it filled like this void in my life where I was still performing and storytelling, which I think is at the heart of what I love so much about dancing. And it was really fulfilling for me. And then I've kind of kept that going. I like kept taking class throughout the pandemic. Now we're back in person and it's great. And I've loved the experience. I remember when I went to my first acting class feeling very nervous. I didn't know what to expect, what to prepare. As dancers, we like to follow directions and do what's asked of us, and we don't want to rock the boat or ruffle feathers. We want to do things right. And I remember feeling overwhelmed, like, oh no, like I don't know how to do this correctly, how to prepare, and I'm scared about, you know, doing it wrong or making a mistake or looking silly. So I was thinking for my latest Begin Again, I had some of you in mind in case some of you are really interested in taking acting classes but feel nervous or scared and you don't know where to begin or what it looks like. I thought I could outline a class for you today. And then at the end of this, I spoke with my teacher, Andrew Polk, who's fantastic, and I asked him questions, you know, about what dancers can do to make the most out of an acting class, and he's really helpful. So yeah, go check it out, and I hope it's helpful. Hi guys. Okay, I don't have very much time to do this, but while I'm quickly getting ready for my acting class, I'm going to tell you about it and what you can expect from an acting class like this. So this class is through the Freeman Studio. This class is held on Mondays. It's an ongoing class. There are probably 10 of us in the class at a time. Every Friday we get an email from Andy telling us which sides we're doing that day. These are like scenes, essentially. It can be from anything. It can be 2 pages, it can be much longer, just kind of like what he's feeling for you that day. As soon as I get that, I will go and get it printed out. I'll go and get the sides printed. I can't show you because you're not allowed to know what I'm working on in class. Against the rules. And then I come home and I do my process. In a previous class that I took at the Freeman Studio, Andrew Dolan's class, he gave us this 10-point acting foundation that I use all the time. I really love it. I'll go in and answer these 10 questions about them. So first I'll answer like, who am I? And so I'll go and decide like, where did they come from? How do they navigate the world, and kind of construct a biography of this person. Then the second thing is I'll answer, where am I? So where's this set, and what's my relationship to the space? What time is it? You know, does the timing impact me in some way? Is it late? Am I in a hurry? Do I have all the time in the world? Who's around me? And what's my relationship to that person, and what do I need from them? And then 5 is what is around me and what's my relationship to what's in the space. What are the given circumstances? So it's basically like the stories about someone's kid is sick or our country's under attack, or you know, something like that. And then 7 is what do I want? What's my objective? And then 8, what's in my way? What's keeping me from getting this thing that I want? Number 9, how do I get what I want? And number 10, why do I do what I do? So justify myself. That'll take me a few hours, but once I'm in like a pretty good place with all of that information, That will also kind of help me. I get really familiar with the text, so that will also kind of help me memorize. But I still need a little bit more time memorizing. So I'll go through and point out like what tactics I'm using to get what I want. I'll mark up what the beats are of the scene and when they change. I'll figure out what the stakes are. Once I've done that really good analysis of the text and I've kind of memorized it, I force my husband to practice with me, and he'll have him be my scene partner again, and then I'll do it on my own a bunch. And I spend a lot of time over the weekend preparing for Monday. So then that's where we're at right now. Once I'm ready, fully ready, doing my makeup and everything, I'll pick out an outfit that I feel like fits the character. In this scene, a guy compliments her on her shirt, so I need like a cool shirt, which I don't really have cool shirts. And then I gotta eat and I have to rush down. I like to be at a minimum 15 minutes early to everything, as we've learned in the dance world. I'm gonna document. I can't film a lot of it because this is other people's class too. I can't actually share what the scene is with you. I'll try and share like some of the feedback that I get from my teacher, but otherwise you can just kind of see my acting without hearing the words. Okay, I legit don't have one single cool shirt to wear, so I'm gonna pretend like this is cool. Kind of looks like a 16-year-old, right? No, Gen Z is so much cooler than this. Whatever, it's just gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go with it.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, Mr. Reverend.
Good. Okay. I don't know what the obstacle is. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Don't play the end of the scene at the beginning. If you're looking at the given circumstances of the scene, you made some choices about what kind of person she is, right? Can you tell me what choices you made?
I'm 16.
Yeah, 16.
I'm insecure that I might not be lovable, likable.
Right.
I want boys to like me, or if they don't.
That's where you need to start. Lean into that instinct of yours, and let's see where it goes.
Hey, sorry.
I knew my words from the corners of my room, and though I write them by the light of day, please read them by the light of the moon.
Look down at your shoes.
Please read them by the light of the moon.
Okay, then. Okay. Beautiful.
I cared about her a lot.
You care about her.
Yeah.
Don't you love her now?
It was nice to see her win.
Yeah. We care. Good. Nice.
Thank you so much. Hi, Dance Magazine readers. Welcome. Today we are speaking with Andrew Polk. He is my acting teacher. He's also worked extensively in television, film, and theater. You might recognize him as Fred in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Freddie Eisen in Billions, or Harry Marshall in The House of Cards, and of course, much, much more. We are very grateful to have him speaking with us today, talking all things acting.
Yes, I'm thrilled to help if I can.
We'll just jump right in. A dancer registers for your class. I mean, really anyone registers for your class. How should they be preparing for day one? What are your expectations?
Well, let me first say that I teach an on-camera technique class. And I think that's important to note because it is an acting class, but it's acting for on camera. And I don't want dancers to feel that they're at some kind of disadvantage. For instance, if they did not have heavy theater training as actors, because working on camera is like another art form than anything else. So you're not at a disadvantage with if you're in a class, say, with people with heavy theater training. It's like you were playing basketball all your life, and then someone asked you to play the violin. It's that different. So don't feel at a disadvantage if you're a dancer, I would say. And I would say, in terms of preparation, I would bring your instincts, because I think a lot of this work is great. A lot of what I teach, and I'm constantly sort of going on about, is can we get the actors to trust their instinctual response to the material, right? And often that is hard. That's hard to trust it. And a lot of people think, oh, there's just a right way to do this, and I hope I get it right. And it turns out there is no right way. It's really kind of, how do we hone your instincts? And dancers are really in touch with their instincts. They're in touch with their bodies. They're constantly doing that. So I would think that would be very helpful. Also, dancers I've known are rigorous preparers, people that are quite prepared, and that is key, in terms of preparing for my class. And for, if you're pursuing work as an actor, the preparation is necessary, and you need that kind of discipline. Bring yourself, bring your instincts, bring your preparation. It will pay off.
Dancers like structure and rules. What are the, rules of your classroom, the expectations of your classroom?
Be prepared, be on time, and don't judge. Don't judge your character, and don't judge your other actors. It's a collaborative situation, so you're spending a lot of time watching other actors work. And I require that people see the situation as a working environment. We're not there to perform for each other. We're there to work. And so when you're seeing other people work, you're really not judging them. You're imagining you are them, right? And that's a really great way to learn. You know what I mean? Especially how to act on camera.
What do you hope your students take away from your class?
Well, specifically for the on-camera acting class, I hope they're taking away how to be good on camera. And I hope they know what it feels like to successfully act for the camera. Not what it looks like. I don't ask my students to go back and look at a tape they've done and see if it's good. I want you to know what it feels like to do good work, because if it feels right, it is right. And I want you to take away having progressed from when you started to where you ended. That's what I want you to take away.
I'm curious to hear, why do you think acting might benefit dancers?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say, well, as a dancer, but really I have danced. I danced in the band's visit, if you can call that dancing. I think that it goes to what you were saying, Haley, about can you tell a story that's non-technical? You know what I mean? Can you let go of your technical ability and kind of lean into the story and into the character and be messy and bring life to the screen, which is ultimately, if you're creating life, if you're creating a moment, if you're creating something happening really in front of the camera, that's sounds easy, but it's not. That's what you're aiming for. So I think that would be the main challenge and reward for a dancer who is not used to that.
Absolutely. It makes such a difference. It's so valuable.
The few times I worked in the musical theater and I have worked with dancers, I'm always impressed by their level of commitment and discipline. It's really noticeable. And that is good.
Yes, we love to hear that.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been so wonderful. I'm really excited to share this with our readers.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Perfect.
I'll see you in next class.
Thank you so much for following along, guys. I can't tell you what it means to me. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and check out the written piece over on Dance Magazine's website. Come back next month, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. Mwah.